And out on the floor, shaking off the pregame jitters, these guys getting all set for tip-off. Season's greetings and Merry Christmas to everyone joining us here at 2K Sports. It's time for a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day. Hi everyone, I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce and the Milwaukee starting five. Alpheren Sengun out there with Miles Turner. Then there's Kevin Porter, then there's Kyle Kuzma, and it's Rollins in at the point. And for the Rockets, Van Vliet runs the show with Thompson to his side. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Steven Adams. And it's Durant in at the small forward position. The start of a fresh season, but we know the focus for both of these teams is to come out strong today.
Yeah, for the first handful of games, you just want to play hard and build some chemistry. Get more comfortable with your teammates while also learning their tendencies and preferences.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Sengun. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. And here is Kuzma. Lets it go from deep. Oh, planks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Now here's Van Vliet. He's covered closely. Durant surveying the D. 6 on the shot clock. And that one's good.
Nobody better at getting inside and finding good looks. KD rarely forces anything, and he usually gets the best shot available.
Here's Rollins. Pass to Sengun. And here's Kuzma, guarded by Durant. Outside for Porter. And the three off target. And here's Van Vliet. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. And Clark, one thing this Rockets team is known for is their ferocity on the backboards.
Yeah, they were terrific retrieving their own misses, and they played with a grit and a toughness that I thought belied the team's youth, and that's a good foundation to build on. You've got tough-minded young players that are only going to get better. Keep an eye on this Rockets team.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Over Kuzma. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. 7 points for Durant.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all three from the field.
Outside Porter. On the wing, Kuzma. Pass to Sengun. Here's Porter. Kuzma outside. No good again that time.
That's their fourth attempt from the floor with nothing to show for it.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And the layup falls.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's Sengun. He played a great game against Indiana. Here's Kuzma. Adams grabs the miss.
Rough patch here. 5 straight misses to begin the game.
Pass to Thompson. To the middle. Antetokounmpo. Lays it up and banks it in.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Looking back at last season, the best when it comes to shot blocking. Miles Turner is second.
It's obvious that he completely dedicated himself to protecting the rim, doing everything he could to get his hands on as many shots as possible.
Here's Sengun. Pass to Rollins. Sengun, a screen on Van Vliet. Kuzma outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sengun, a screen on Durant. It's Kuzma with the miss.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And Milwaukee has possession. The Rockets getting their last shot to go. Pass to Rollins. Turner, a screen on Durant. Rollins passes to Porter. Kuzma for 3. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And the Rockets going with a whole new group out there. Milwaukee also changing it up. Eason comes in for Kuzma, and Anthony subbed in for Rollins. You get the sense Giannis Antetokounmpo is hungry to get another title, Clark.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, he's definitely in the prime of his career and would like to add another Larry O'Brien trophy to his collection. He is getting older, but again, I think he's still in his prime, and he knows that while time is short, another championship could set him apart from a lot of the greats.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said, our young guys were tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. Brian, back to you.
They are bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report. Here's Shepherd. Shot from the low post is good.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
And after just one quarter of play. And welcome back, one and all, for more NBA Christmas Day action. All right, guys, we've seen the Rockets really take control here.
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
They've got Shepherd, Clint Capella out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then it's Josh Okogie, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the three, the small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Anthony with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Portis. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
That's just a case of pure strength and effort by Bobby Portis.
Well, Clark, the Bucks certainly need to rebuild on some level, but they don't control their own draft pick until 2031.
And BA, that certainly makes things complicated and more difficult. A losing season won't do them any good in terms of the lottery. They've got to do their best to stay competitive while developing their young talent. That's a really difficult balancing act.
And we're going to have a jump ball. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And here's Anthony. Up top, Portis from the high post. Oh, that one bounces around and comes back out.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Locked in, drains his fifth shot in as many attempts.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Green for three. The rebound by Shepherd. Houston leading by 19. Antetokounmpo outside. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Here's Anthony. It's hauled in by Houston. Antetokounmpo has got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Shepherd. Houston working the ball around. Now Antetokounmpo.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Up and over Smith. That one's wide left. And here's Anthony. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Pass to Smith. Now here's Green. Good D by Antetokounmpo.
Excellent job to impact that attempt and prevent the easy deuce.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Anthony. And here's Shepherd for 3. It's hauled in by Portis. Bucks trail by 21. There's a minute 17 left in the second period. Outside Eason. Pass to Anthony. Shoots over Shepherd, and Anthony gets it to go on the assist from Eason.
Yeah, you know, Anthony has this in his bag. He's practiced these mid-range looks. You can tell.
Here's Shepherd. He's guarded by Anthony. Here's Okogie. Fires for 3. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. For Milwaukee, they've gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Green finds Portis. Eason against Antetokounmpo. Portis a screen. To the wing on the left. No one near him. Rockets with a rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Okogie, the pass to Capella. And the slam dunk by Capella.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he?
The refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be.
And so it's the Houston Rockets sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead at the end of the quarter. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, you know, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
On the floor for Milwaukee, we've got Alpheren Sengun. He's out there with Kyle Kuzma. Miles Turner out there with Kevin Porter. And it's Rollins in at the point guard position.
Yeah, give credit to Kuzma for taking the contact so well. Excellent work powering the shot through.
Durant with a screen on Sengun. And Antetokounmpo, here we go. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Outside Porter. There's a screen by Turner. Takes a 3, and Porter hits from deep. Porter's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
The more Porter Jr. hits this, the more driving lanes will appear for him.
Here's Adams. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
That one hurts. Point-blank range, you've got to capitalize on it.
Such a unique player, Clark. Miles Turner. He's both a floor spacer and a rim protector.
There aren't too many guys like that in the league, B.A. I mean, those are 2 very distinct skill sets, and to have them in one big guy like Turner, that's certainly something you relish and appreciate. Just 1 for 4 thus far. They have not found their rhythm this half.
Pass to Sengun. Durant against Kuzma. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
First in rebounding, first and second chance points. And they landed in the top 10 for opponent field goal percentage. They're a team that obviously values a solid team defensive effort and doesn't look to give up a lot of easy looks.
And you brought up their rebounding. It was impossible to beat them on the boards. They were committed to that part of the game. Here's Rollins. Rockets with a rebound. They've got the Lakers ahead of them in their next game in Los Angeles. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just 1 game. And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss.
trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half.
Porter, the pass to Rollins. Turner, a screen on Van Vliet. On the wing, Kuzma from the arc. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Defensively, pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. No good on the 3. The Bucks trail by 18. Porter looks it over. Kuzma outside. Here's Sengun. Misses the 3.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Durant for 3. Ooh, coming through again, shooting 5 for 7 now.
They are winning this game largely because of his effort.
A streamlined rebuild for the Rockets. In 2021, they trade away James Harden. 4 years later, the number 2 seed in the West, Grant.
And they haven't shortchanged their future either. Sure, they've added key veterans, but the bulk of their roster is still very young with room to grow.
And the Rockets will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Adams. Antetokounmpo comes in for Antetokounmpo. Okogie's checked in for Amen Thompson. And it's Shepard in for Fred VanVleet. Milwaukee also changed it up. Bobby Portis comes in for Turner. And it's Jabari Smith in for Alpheren Sengun. Pass to Kuzma. To the left side wing. Outside Porter. Picked by Smith. Let's go with a 3. And Porter hits from deep. Porter's got 6 here in the quarter.
Porter very assertive with that shot. Found the look that he liked and wasted no time taking advantage of it.
Here's Durant. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Not his best work at all. This is a quarter he'd rather forget.
Rollins passes to Smith. Kuzma against Durant. Porter from outside. Capella with a rebound. The Rockets lead by 18. Outside Durant. And yep, it's good. Durant's got 14 points for the game.
A 3-level score. Durant is a pick-your-poison matchup for defenders.
Pass to Kuzma. Outside Porter. Okogie pulls down the board.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Big-time effort, denying that one. Playing the game with real force and passion.
And so it's Houston.
It's simple basketball.
Teamwork, more teamwork, right? That's Doc Rivers laying it down.
He sees where certain individuals are kind of taking it upon themselves and not helping out.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Shepard is out there with Josh Okogie. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 4. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Anthony misses.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Antetokounmpo inside. Defended by Eason. And the basket by Antetokounmpo.
When it comes to stuffing the stat sheet, Antetokounmpo does it very well in just about every category. But his greatest strength is he's a dominant scorer.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And Capella gets double teamed. Releases. And Antetokounmpo the bucket on the assist by Capella. And that's now 18 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Anthony outside. Oh, got a piece of it. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. All right, so let's say we give you a carte blanche, Clark. Make you Adam Silver for a day. What's one game rule you change?
You know, I kind of like what the WNBA does in regards to the reset timeout, BA. Allow you to advance the ball without puffing up like a normal timeout. And I really think it helps the end of the game move a little better.
Portis gets the bucket.
This is Portis in his comfort zone, scoring deep inside.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And a new group getting ready for the Rockets. Steven Adams checked in for Capella. Durant comes in for Finney-Smith. Thompson, he's checked in for Okogie. And Van Vliet is subbed in for Shepard. And a new group getting ready for the Bucks. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Portis. Kuzma comes in for Green. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Eason. And it's Rollins in for Anthony. Here's Durant, clock at 6. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Doesn't have to break his momentum at all to catch the pass.
Thompson outside. Back to Durant. Over Kuzma. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 18 points for Durant.
Yeah, one of the most skilled players we've ever seen. Durant just continues to dominate offensively.
Kuzma, the pass to Rollins. Outside Porter. From deep. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Antetokounmpo. Again, Houston.
And Antetokounmpo, his jump shot continues to look better and better. When he's pulling up like that, the defense is cooked.
Porter against Thompson. Kuzma for 3. Drills it from deep.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Rockets.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And with just one game left to play between them, they've captured the first 2 meetings of the year.
And believe you me, they'll be gunning for the sweep in that 3rd meeting.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He was on a tear. Everything seemed to be finding the bottom of the net for him. I'm sure he'd like to build on that performance going forward.
Rollins passes to Turner. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Porter against Thompson. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to be on him in Thompson.
Playing ferocious inside. Porter Jr. went right after the big dogs.
Kevin Porter Jr. taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Porter. Porter hits them both. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Here's Shepard. And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Giannis, an impressive performance. Talk about what this game showed you about your team.
This game was great. I think everybody came out ready. Everybody played great. We were moving the ball, we knocked down shots, but most importantly, we were playing great defense. But at the end of the day, it's just a win. We got to build off this. We got to go back to the gym, watch film, and get better.
It's just one piece of a greater goal. That's right. Thanks, Giannis.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. And that's good.